So the game actually crashed. Apparently there's a little message saying you have to at least start 3v3, otherwise it creates a sort of bug. So first thing to notice is my position here. I am second in the queue, or second on my team here, which means I will be up second round. That'll make a little bit more sense when we see how the game's working. I should probably go to D&D mode. There we go. Yeah, so being the Terran player, it's kind of your duty to put up a defensive bunker. It comes in really handy, and it allows your team to go more of an economic opening, which can pay dividends in the mid-game. There's construction on my street, which means it's down to 2 lanes, so people get pissed off if anyone does anything to slow the traffic of that 1 lane. Of course, if you didn't actually hear that car horn, then what I said didn't make a whole lot of sense, did it? But there's a loud car horn out my window. Dum, dum, dum. Oh, you're also going to notice some cartoony graphics going on here. This is a taxing game, we'll say, and since I don't have the fastest system to begin with, I did turn down my graphics just so I can handle it better. The different game modes here. I prefer Expert. It's a little bit quicker. And I'll get back to that thought in a second. Just telling my team to go for a more offensive build, or economic build, as I'm going to be getting a defensive bunker. You do have to be a little bit worried though about if Speedlings or Reapers or Hellions, something really fast like that starts at the beginning, it will arrive before your bunker's done. But luckily my partner did make a few lings. First he has him on slow. Why don't you go speed? Would make a lot more sense. But it doesn't matter, he's up against lings anyway, so I guess you'll just get a bad surround, but he'll buy the time for the bunker, which is what matters. I hope he'll buy time for the bunker. Oh boy. Oh boy. That was close. You can actually repair this guy by just destroy the worker and rebuild him. There we go. So next thing I'm going to go is gas. Sorry, I was talking about something else. Yes, Expert is less rounds, which means you don't get into the really laggy late rounds.
Not enough minerals.
And it's
not enough minerals.
A little more competitive in that you pay mistakes. You actually you pay the price if you make a mistake. Where the Epic and General or Epic and Basic are a little more forgiving in that regard.
Yeah, whatever.
So I guess I should talk about the premise of the game. You create structures in your base here, like the spawning pool, and the spawning pool creates 4 links for your round. The dot says when your round's going to be, so notice if you follow the cursor, next round's going to be Jam Normal, and the following round after that is going to be myself, Ketroc. Building a gas increases your income, so I went gas immediately.
In the rear with the gear.
And since the dot's beside my name, so I'm up next in 35 seconds, I'm going to start my first production.
Yes, sir.
You can see my minerals going up, so I'm just going to build some barracks to start.
Move it.
And I didn't actually see what my opponent Dagoth was building. Since it is 3-on-3, you're always up against the same opponent, which means
not enough minerals.
You're the boss.
finish in time. Was it in time? No, it wasn't. Oh, maybe it was. How many Marines do you got? Each barracks gives you 2 Marines, so yeah, it was done in time. I got 4 Marines out.
Want some? Big job, huh? Yeah.
So I am up against a whole ton of Reapers. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the add-on for Fire Bats. Wow. Because Fire Bats are armored, so Reapers won't do a whole lot to them, and they do that bonus damage to light. So should work out well. I mean, I'll probably have to get a mass them though, or it could be trouble. Burrowed roaches there, Marines left.
What's going on?
almost ready for my next gas. Kind of want to get it as soon as possible in 30 seconds. It costs 800, so I think I have probably enough to afford 4 fire bats here.
Complete.
So notice that add-on
Add-on
does 2
complete.
fire bats. And then I can swing back in time to do the
You scared me.
my next refinery.
It's your dime.
Now every time you place down a refinery, which you're going to see in a moment, it'll create a timer beside your name, like the one beside Delta Marine there. You'll see in one moment here when I do it.
Not enough minerals. Not enough minerals.
There we go. And that timer means my economy is shut down for 60 seconds. And with each refinery you make, it's going to cost more, take more and more time. So it does shut down your economy, so there's a short-term economic deficit, but long-term it increases your economy. Yeah, I'm going to need a lot more fire bats for that to work well. Good team though, everyone actually repairing. Usually they leave me to die. Even if you're a probe or a drone, you can still do the repairing.
Big job.
So it looks like our opponents are going really heavy rush here. And just by basically the amount of units they have, I'm guessing they haven't been going heavy on their economy, so we might be in good shape here.
Move it.
So I'm going to add more fire bats. Fire bats are kind of weird in that in small numbers they don't even do well against stuff they're supposed to counter. But once you get to a high enough number, they start doing really well. Oh my gosh, I only got 3 seconds. I was a little bit late there. Whoops.
What's going on?
I guess I should get back to start repairing because there's going to be a lot of Reapers coming in. Oh, luckily there's leftover roaches from the previous round. That's going to do a good job of mopping up a good number of those Reapers. It's good to pick units that are similar speed too. Notice he's keeping the Reapers on fast speed. You can actually switch it, but with Hellions you kind of want them to be fast. Almost ready for our next refinery. 12 seconds, I'm gonna head back to throw that down.
Gotcha. Yo.
I kind of want to record that first. And then,
Add-on
okay,
complete.
perfect. And now my economy is shut down for 90 seconds. Oh boy. Oh, it's gonna be tight! 100 hit points. I think the repair's taken over. Nice. These are even like bunkers from the campaign where you get like this automatic repair up to halfway. Obviously it's slow, so you don't want to rely on that, but sweet. Infestor's kind of cool. As soon as they reach enemies, they spit out a whole ton of infested Terrans.
Big job, huh?
I guess they've already used up all their energy though. There's still a lot. I think even Hellions are light, so once I get this... Yeah. Now it's starting to get to the number where they're slaughtering them.
Ready to roast.
So that is a good counter, as they're armored and they're doing bonus damage to both the Hellions. They don't take the bonus damage from Hellions or Reapers, but they're doing the bonus damage to both.
Right.
So it's kind of important to see what you're up against, so you can do that sort of stuff. Now I'm going to try to keep them honest. I'm going to go for a Banshee. Just a single Banshee, just to force them to get out some sort of detection. And if I don't see any detection by the next round, I'm actually going to
In the rear with the gear.
throw this down right now, and then let's get the heck out of here. I'll throw down barracks too. I'll get back to repairing. Oh no, we held it. Nice. So Starport does create one Banshee, so it's going to be coming up this round for me in 12 seconds. And I haven't seen any Overseers or Observers, or what Terran gets is actually a Blimp. With this upgrade here, I get Monitor Blimp. So, looks like Yellow's sticking to the same stuff still, so I may as well stick to more Fire Bats. He also has nothing that can fire in the air. Oh, here's a handful of Marauders. But he should really slow down his Reapers now to stick with his Marauders, because they're getting kind of far ahead.
Bad news?
So I'm not seeing much in the ways of section, so still got a little bit of time before it's my round, so I'm going to have a little bit of time to decide, but I'm not quite sure what I want to spend my money on as of yet. Oh yeah, they're all offensive. Looks like they have nothing repairing this, or nothing defending it. Which is okay. I mean, the bunker it's really effective early on, but with your army gets stronger and stronger, the bunker becomes less and less effective. Alright, I should get home and start building stuff. I think I'm going to see if he actually got more clerks. I'm going to throw down a couple more Banshees.
Yeah, yeah.
And we'll get some Marauders.
Add-on complete.
Oh, out of time.
What's going on?
Well, I gotta get home earlier so I can actually buy this stuff in time.
Gotcha.
Did I get any Marauders? Oh, I didn't make any of them in time. Yeah, he's definitely letting off the Reapers though. Every round there's more Marauders showing up each time, so I can just counter that with Marauders of my own. So Marauders do well versus Marauders. I guess that you can say that for any unit type, but plus armored versus an armored unit. Unless it does plus armored, that would work well.
Ah, you scared me.
I'll just stick with Marauders. They do well enough, and I can mix in more. It makes this a medevac since I'm bio heavy.
Yeah.
Oh, so we took the silo down. Missed that, but it gives us 1,000 minerals. See here, each of us on our team gets 1,000 minerals, and it also releases what's inside the silo, which is some giant creature which just kind of wanders their area and helps defend until it dies off. It is possible to kill it, but it takes a good beating. So I got lots of wow. Let's get some siege tanks since I got lots of money. Costs 1,800.
Add-on complete.
And maybe one more fire bat thing, and then we'll get a bunch of
Complete.
Marauders.
Add-on
Alright.
complete.
And I didn't buy in time for my round either. Oops. Yeah, Reapers and Hellions did well versus Hydras, because Hydras are light.
In the rear with the gear.
Siege tanks are smart. They move in regular mode until they get within range of something they can fire at, and then they'll switch to siege mode. So if my army stays alive long enough, the reinforcements can actually come and take over before my tanks go down. But no, reinforcements did not make it in time.
Bad news?
And let's go home a little bit earlier this time, just to, yeah, we're fine. Just so I can get my production up here. Probably time to get detection. I'll get a blimp. See how that works out. Marauders, I can get some Ravens. PDDs will work well versus stopping the
Add-on complete.
Marauder shells.
Not enough minerals.
And maybe a medevac. Yeah, we'll get ourselves a medevac.
Yeah.
Do build your base really tight because you do run out of room quite easily.
It's your turn.
And can I afford one more barracks if I run out of time? 4, 3, 2, no.
Not
Alright.
enough minerals.
Gotcha.
I don't have to keep coming out here as we do have them on the defensive, but that's what the blimp looks like, by the way. Oh, and they use what's called a boom. Notice the boom menu here? Each player gets one boom. What it does is it kills all your opponent's stuff on your half of the map. You get one of them per player, and it's like a kind of last-ditch effort sort of save sort of thing. So he was smart enough to slow down his Reapers. My Fire Bat's a little less effective, but they still do well because they got the splash. And I just think I have superior force at this point. PDD has also worked out well. I got 4 of them down to prevent the Marauder Blast, but not so useful back there. I wonder if they can kick in time for the next fight. Yeah, sweet. So these Hydras are not going to be able to do a whole lot. Allowing this army to attack the roaches by themselves. So it looks like I have a Terran partner who's going all Marines and Marauders. Good mix, but you do kind of want to counter what your opponent's doing, not just get whatever random unit you like. And up next, 26 seconds. Probably have enough for more siege tanks. Siege tanks are good if you are kind of stable. If his army is often beating yours, the siege tanks will barely even get set up in time before they die. So there's my army. I got up to 4 siege tanks now. Some ravens.
Talk to me.
Good stuff. Got them on the defense. The nice thing about this is we're playing. What kind of game are we playing? This expert, epic. Say somewhere. Zoom out. Oh, cool. Ooh, man, my army just melted there. I'm sure my tanks will actually live for a little while as long as these PDGs just went down. I didn't actually see what happened to the Terran guy I was up against, but considering I was fighting the next guy who was there, the Terran must not survive very well.
Bad news.
I guess some more tanks. It looks like they're a heavy ground army still, so this will work out. Well, and tanks also help well for the end game, which I kind of wanted to talk about a second
Not
ago, but
enough
didn't.
minerals.
Basically, if you make it to level 80, if we're playing Epic, or we're playing Expert, which in case is level 60, if you make it to the last level and someone hasn't actually destroyed the other guy's Nexus yet, what happens is the final level, they just release everyone's force at once. So it's all my army and all my partner's armies versus all my opponent's armies, and it ends up being some sort of insane battle.
Big job, huh?
Let's get a couple more medevacs, I guess. Medevacs. There we go.
Roger.
Not enough minerals.
I don't know the Zerg units, but there's some interesting ones. There's some big one that spits out all this creep as it moves, which is really makes Zerg a lot more powerful once they get that. Oh, that's my tank! Under Neural Parasite. Another nice thing the Infestors can do. Blown away my own partner's Marauders. Nice thing is out there, now my tank has to assist my partner. I might have it survive another round. I'm up in 26 seconds. I should build some stuff. I guess single Viking just to start, just to kind of snipe off their flying detectors. And just to get me started on the anti-air, because you never know when they will start building up their air force. And I got some more Marauders.
Sure thing.
Alright, let's see how this goes. This is the Terran I'm up against. Now he's going to lose a lot to my partner, but Diamondbacks do bonus to light. So everything he has does bonus to light, except for his Marauders. So I still say Diamondbacks are themselves. So yeah, probably get some more Fire Bats still, because he's still heavy on stuff that Fire Bats do well against. And that his stuff wouldn't do well against Fire Bats. Next, moving forward. So you can see we're almost like a half a round ahead of our opponents, where the guy before me is killing off half my opponents, and I'm killing off half this opponent here, who is near mine.
Ah, you scared me. Roger.
So we got some siege tanks out before my
Not
round.
enough minerals.
Oh yeah, got lots of time. 1,800 the cost of siege tanks. You can also get Diamondbacks or Goliaths.
Payload complete.
I wonder how to do this for the video. Maybe I should kind of skim through parts of it, or cut out parts, because this could get a little monotonous. Oh, level 41 is important. So after level 41, you'll notice there's these rocks here. These rocks will disappear, allowing you more space to build, and it also gives you more gas. So you want to get all 6 gas on Epic. If you're playing Expert, I find only getting 4 is best, because the 5th one doesn't have time to pay for itself. It's nice, my leftover medevacs and the other guy's leftover medevacs are swinging around actually helping our Zerg opponent. Looks like they're going to have to use another boom. Well, maybe not, let's see. There's a bunch of Zerg, but looks like my army's coming in with a good amount of siege tanks. The nice thing about siege tanks is they're the last thing to die, and if the next round shows up in time, they can get in front of the siege tanks, and the tanks can assist them for their entire round as well. Health bar's up for their yellow base. It's started to take damage. Oh, there's a boom. Goodbye, everything. After a boom is sometimes a time where they can, depending on the timing, they can get in and snipe your silo. But we're still in really good shape here. But I've had matches like this where you're on the back foot the entire time, and as long as you build a good composition for the end game, and you can survive that long, you just have to survive it. When the end game comes and all 3 of your forces shoot out at once, you can do really well. Certain things just melt when there's that much of an army out there, and certain things are great. Like things are long range, do splash damage, so like Templars will do well, siege tanks will do well. Oh, the rocks just fell down. I can get my next gas. Kind of like how you can teleport your SCV. It's cool. You can only teleport anywhere within your base, so I can't like teleport over here. But I can teleport to the warp thing, which puts me out there. And notice my timer is up to like over 100 seconds now. I have to wait. I get more siege tanks, right? 1900 left over. Yep, just enough for more siege tanks. And of course my timer's frozen because I got, or my income's frozen because I got that refinery. And that's why I mean doing a pass 4 doesn't pay for itself on Expert. Because by the time it finishes, there's only a couple levels left and you just actually lost more income than you would have gained. I gotta repair this thing. It's not looking good. Bunker might finally go down. Gone. No point rebuilding it though at this point. Obviously it'll fall fast to any, like these armies are so giant it won't survive any significant attack. But they're great in the early game. Silo's still in good shape though, so it's nice to hold them back from getting that extra 1,000 minerals. maybe some more medevacs. I mean, they're really not trying to take air control,
Your
so
boss.
it's not what I've seen. So it's just kind of safe for me to load up on
Not
medevacs.
enough minerals.
Roger.
Oh, there's one Viking. One Viking versus one Viking. I guess I'll get another one just to not fall behind. I like to keep air superiority. It's really key. If you win the air battle at the end, oftentimes that's enough for you to win everything, especially if you have something like Guardians or Broodlords out there. It basically means they have free reign to finish off what's left on the ground. Tanks versus Guardians left over, it won't be good for the tanks, I'll put it that way. No reason for me to come out here anymore, actually. It's nothing to repair except for a missile turret, I guess.
Yes, sir.
If you get trapped, good time to use the teleport. You know, upgrade these, get some more
Complete.
Rotters out.
Add-on complete.
So it looks like our medevacs are surviving the battles and falling back to the next wave, so many medevacs out. So, yeah, this guy only... Oh, no, he has a lot. I guess they still work if you're floating? It's not supposed to. If you float a building, it means it's not supposed to produce any units for your next round from that building. So you can't use that to save space. So I guess my partner has enough medevacs for everyone, so I'll just add in some more tanks. Tanks are obviously amazing for the end game. Tanks and Vikings. Oh! I guess we destroyed their final building. No end game. Oh wells. Maybe I'll... No, actually I won't. Yeah, maybe I'll tack on it end battle just so you can see what it would look like.
Alright, so here is a final battle from a different match. I am on the right-hand side, and I'm a Terran. And the Protoss I was up against during this match had a lot of air, a lot of anti-air, and a lot of Colossus. So I was just pumping tons and tons of Vikings. I was worried about the last level, but as you see in the stats in the bottom, the yellow side dominates the air. I didn't think it would be that lopsided. So I'm hoping we didn't overdo the air and lose the ground battle. But we also have a lot of Guardians from my Zerg partner, so as long as we can own the air and it's going to end up being our Guardians versus their tanks, we'll obviously win. Just see if I can turn off the unit portraits because they're kind of annoying right now. Not the unit portraits, but the unit health bars. There we go, we'll pop out. Alright, so you can see all those Colossus now with their anti-air is almost fallen. Well, I guess all those purple things in the back are anti-air from Protoss. I think it's called Void Prisms or something, but... Oh, we're all slowing down the game, nice. I told you this is pretty taxing on your system. Yeah, so we own the air, and with leftover Guardians and whatnot, this is actually, it's about as dominating as a win as you can ever get. It's usually not that lopsided. But there you have it, pretty cool game. I like the features in that that's a good economy system to it. Interesting defensive layers, and I like the unit counters. You gotta be a little bit smart about what you're up against, build good compositions, and I love how in this custom game, if someone drops out of the game, it doesn't screw up the balance at all. 3 versus 2, there's no advantage for the side with 3, because it's always going to be one-on-one. And in the final battle, it duplicates someone's force, so it's still going to be 3 versus 3 in the final battle. It's not like you get less units there. Yeah, so pretty fun game. Hope you guys enjoyed that, and maybe you can try it out yourselves. And once again, if you can just go to Machinima, or the link I'm going to put in the description to my video on well, not my video, but a video featuring my gameplay on Machinima. And if you can upvote my comment, just so it gets a little bit of sight, and people can hopefully come over to my channel and subscribe. That'd be awesome. So with that, we'll jump into the thumbs up fact of the day.
I see live people. I see dead people.
Alright, for today's thumbs up fact of the day, we're going to talk a little bit about Chrono Boost and what it does. Now we all know it speeds up the production time of your units, right? But how does it do it exactly? It doesn't actually make them come out faster, but it actually puts the structure in a bit of a time warp, where the structure is in a time that's moving faster, and that's how it comes out. So what other advantages can you get from that? Well, here we have two Nexus that are regenerating shields at more or less the same rate. But if we put one of them in this time warp by constantly chrono boosting it, you can see not only does it affect production time, but being in this like separate time zone, it's actually going to regenerate shields faster. Is there much practical use for this? I don't know. Maybe if there's a key structure that you want to get the shields back up on quickly because you expect an attack coming in, and you're at the point in the game where your chrono boost is kind of just stockpiling anyways, it could be a good idea. So here I am chrono boosting. You can see the one Nexus I'm not just at 120 shields, and the one that I am is up to 170 shields. So pretty minor, but just a little interesting effect that I never really knew about until someone told me of it. So you have it, like a full extra bar after wasting a whole bunch of chrono boost. Yeah, probably not any practical effect, but probably something your friends don't know, so now you know and they don't. And with that, we'll call at the end of this thumbs up fact of the day. Thank you everyone, and goodbye.